Welcome to the 5th installment of Warhammer Demons, the show that takes a look at many units available to the Demon player in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle game. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the Daemon Prince, the last Lord choice we have to discuss in the Demon Army list. There's not much nostalgia here. This Daemon Prince model and the whole stat line for Daemon Prince wasn't around back in '94. It was added when the Realms of Chaos box set came out. I don't have mine with me. It's 1,600 miles away in storage, but I believe that came out in about 97 or 98. They've really, in my opinion, weakened down the Daemon Prince and made it a much less viable choice. It no longer causes terror, and it can no longer automatically fly, but you can spend points to make it so. So what do you get for your 300 points? Well, you do get an impressive movement of 8, weapon skill 8, strength 5, toughness 5, 4 wounds, initiative 7, 5 attacks, and a leadership of 8. As I said before, it is a Lord choice, so it's going to, in a 2,000 point battle, preclude you from bringing along a greater demon. And it's not going to be till 3,000 points that you get 2 Lord choices, when I think you might really, would be the only time I would see taking one of these, unless you were just doing it totally for fluff. You can optimize these guys for 50 points. You can make them a level 1 wizard, 85 points a level 2 wizard. That allows you to choose from fire, death, metal, and shadow, and you can spend 75 points on gifts. The other thing you can do is you can dedicate them for 35 points. Now, what does that give you? You dedicate them to one of the chaos gods. In my opinion, I think it should give you more. It should be like giving him a mark. Like if you dedicate him to Nurgle, he gets 1 toughness. Khorne gets frenzy, or Slaanesh, well, I don't know, maybe unbreakable. Who knows? But they don't do that. What it allows you to do is if you spend 35 points, that allows you to spend up to 50 points out of your 75 of the chaos gifts on the items available to that particular god's greater demon. So it really, by spending points, it gives you more options to spend your other points on. Another thing, like I said, these guys do not cause terror anymore, and their unit strength is such that they're not going to be able to negate ranks. They're not going to be able to give you a bonus if you charge something in the flank or the rear. They do only have 4 wounds. I don't know what size base these guys are supposed to be on. I've got mine on 40s. That's what they came with. They might have bumped them up to 50s. If these guys are deemed to be ogre size, they have a unit strength of 3. I would say they're bigger than ogre size, monstrous, so they probably got a unit strength of 4. Either way, it's not going to be enough to negate the rank bonus. So when would you want to use one of these guys? Well, I think when you would bring them along is if you're playing a 3,000 point battle for your second Lord choice. If you wanted to kind of stick with one god, like say you want to do an all Slaanesh 3,000 points, you take your Keeper of Secrets as one Lord choice, and then you bring along a Slaanesh Daemon Prince as your other Lord choice. Anything less than that, I just don't really see him being that viable of an option. And as we'll explore here, how do you build them? I looked at building a Tzeentch Daemon Prince, and by the time I'd spent all the points to make him a level 2 wizard and give him some stuff, he was about the same cost as just a bare bones Lord of Change, and the Lord of Change had a much more impressive stat line and some other little things like causing terror that this guy didn't do. But there's a couple builds that I would look at. I like a Nurgle build where you would pay the 35 points to dedicate him to Nurgle, give him the Stream of Bile for 25 points, give him Wings for 25 points, clocks in at 380 points. So what he can do is he can fly around and he can lay templates down on units with the Stream of Bile. Be a good little way of doing that against some low toughness armies. If you wanted to bump him up to 465 points, make him a level 2 wizard. Another build that I'd look at, and of course I'd like to have my model be what you see is what you get. I haven't painted this guy up, but Lord knows I've had him primed for probably 10 years, is a Slaanesh Daemon Prince with, again, the wings that you see and the many-armed monstrosity. He's got the extra arm here. What that does is gives him 2 extra attacks. And then the Torment Blade, which, as we had previously discussed, it's a hand weapon. This guy already comes with a hand weapon, so it's an additional hand weapon, gives him an extra attack. So he's going to have 8 attacks, 410 points for that. I think there might be some more things you could do with these guys. As I said, movement 8, You don't have to give them wings. All my models have the wings. So they do give you a lot of choices, a lot of different options of things you can tweak these guys with, the demonic gifts. So I don't know, if you guys have come up with a really good use for them, please give me a comment. Maybe I'm overlooking something on how to use them, but to me they seem to be a pretty poor choice unless you're doing a higher point army list and you want everybody to be of the same god, and you're not some crazy person that has two of the same greater demons that you can throw out there on the table. So next time we'll start taking a look at the different hero choices available. Take care.